Welcome, food travelers. I'm Micah.
And I'm Simon.
We are here in Bellingham, a town about an hour and a half north of Seattle.
But first, we're going to go get coffee. We're going to Camber Coffee Shop. And here at Camber Coffee Shop, I ordered the golden milk with espresso shots. The golden milk is made with a house-made fresh ginger, turmeric blend, and they make it with the steamed harbor milk, which is a local farm ingredient.
And unfortunately for me, I actually had some coffee on our way up, and so I just wasn't in the mood for any coffee, so I kind of just sat and observed the surroundings.
The one interesting thing with this coffee shop is they roast all their beans in-house. So everything is made really fresh and everything tastes really, really good. Another thing to note here is with this coffee shop, they always do a great job mixing all the ingredients together so you don't have anything just sitting at the bottom of the cup.
So after the coffee, we actually took a look around town and went through a few places. An interesting point for me, at least, is that I came to Bellingham quite often, but it was for work, and so I didn't really get to actually explore the city itself. This time, we actually, since we came to try the food, we came around and we looked around and got to see the different art and the different parks around the city, which was pretty interesting. After we worked appetite, we actually had lunch over at the Thai Maison.
And over here at the Thai Maison, we had a few different dishes. One of the appetizers that we had was the mice and wings.
I really enjoyed those wings. One of the things that you can tell from wings that are locally sourced and also from chicken that are fed naturally is the size of the wings. When you do see the wings, you'll see that it's not those kind of extra large, extra meaty chicken.
Now, I think they did a really good job with the wings. It had a lot of garlic flavor. They also had the fish sauce to dip in. The wings were really, really crispy. Overall, it tasted really, really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. These are actually one of my favorites. Another item we also had was the coconut milk Thai iced tea.
Yeah, the Thai iced tea had a couple of different options. It was either coconut milk or getting half and half. And here at a Thai restaurant, of course, we had to use the coconut milk.
Yeah, I don't see too many places that actually let you choose coconut milk. Usually the general half and half is what is used, so I was happy that they actually offered this alternative.
Yeah, I think having the coconut milk definitely bring out the taste in the Thai iced tea, and coconut feeling is a lot smoother. It's not as heavy from the half and half.
I'd recommend if you ever have the opportunity to have coconut milk instead of half and half, that you try it. So for lunch, I had the crispy pork belly skin. The dish was pretty good. The one thing that I wished was, I guess, a little bit better was that the skin wasn't kind of soaked in the sauce, which kind of softened the skin down and didn't make it as crispy as I would hope it would be. Overall, the flavor is really good, savory dish that was kind of hit the spot for lunch.
As for me, I had the Thai leaf salad. What drew me to this dish was the fermented tea leaves. I thought it was pretty interesting to see a salad that was created with fermented tea leaves. What I would have enjoyed more was if the tea leaves were actually mixed in with the salad. I've never had a salad mixed with tea leaves before, so I didn't really know what to expect or how it's supposed to taste. Thought it was the salad was a little bit spicy to it. I don't know where the spiciness comes from. Looking at the ingredients on the menu, it didn't look like it would be spicy, but I did taste a little bit of spiciness to it.
Maybe since we're at a Thai restaurant, that was part of their plan.
After lunch, we headed next door to get some boba. We went to Bliss Tea, known for their cream cheese foam.
Yeah, thankfully it was actually literally right next door, so we had lunch and we just got up and walked right over.
And with the cream cheese foam, I had the cream cheese foam with roasted oolong.
And I had the peach oolong tea.
And since I did the ordering, Simon also wanted the lychee as topping, and I had the normal boba tapioca with my roasted oolong drink.
Usually I don't get too many oolong boba teas, but in this case I was happy I did because the peach was very good.
Usually, whenever I go to a boba shop, I do look for the different type of toppings that they had. I think cream cheese foam is something a little bit more unique, as it's not widely used in that many boba shops.
I agree. It adds this creamy, sweet texture to the drink. It's something a little different and not usual. So if you've never had the crema on top, I would recommend adding that to it if you enjoy boba.
One thing I do wish that this shop had was a different type of lid system. Not so much of this traditional where they just put a film on top, but they would have more of a plastic opening like a cold brew that you get from Starbucks. And with that type of opening on the lip, then you can drink both the crema on top and boba, and also with the tea all mixed in as one big sip. After we got our boba tea, we went out for a little bit of stroll around Boulevard Park.
Yeah, we wanted to work up our appetite for dinner. The many times I have been in Bellingham, I've actually never been to this park, so I was happy to actually visit and take a look and see how it is. It's quite beautiful, right next to the water, as you can see. A lot of boats out, especially on a beautiful day like it was when we were there. The sun out and lots of people.
Yeah, we've been very, very lucky with the weather. Every single spot we've been to has been very sunny.
We worked our way down to the restaurant called Chuckanut Manor. It's a quite popular restaurant with the locals. It's been around for a bit of time now. Great food. And as you can see, the restaurant has beautiful views. Great to look out into the water, especially with that glittering sunshine.
And also Chuckanut Manor, I actually have been here multiple times with my family and friends. Since a lot of people like to meet up and go on that scenic drive on Chuckanut Drive, they do stop here at this restaurant at Chuckanut Manor and come here for that delicious food. Once we sat down, we ordered those Skagit mules since it was happy hour, so we had a pretty good deal on those.
One of the things to note about the Skagit mule is they add apple liquor into it, which actually changes it quite a bit if you've ever had Moscow mule. I thought that adding of the apple actually was very nice. It creates a nice fruit flavor to it, and with the added apple flavor, it definitely adds a Washingtonian flair to the drink.
And for this first appetizer that we ordered was the ginger lemongrass clams. What I liked about these ginger lemongrass clams was that it does include the sausage, so there is a little bit of different textures and different flavors with the broth as well.
Yeah, the sausage actually added a nice savory flavor combined with that soft, light broth.
One thing I did really like about this broth was, if you've watched our Santa Barbara video comparing this one to this steamed clams broth that we had in Santa Barbara, the flavor in this one is a lot better. There's a lot more flavor to it. It's a little bit thicker. It's a lot more creamy to it. Just overall, they did a lot better job with this one. And also, they did a really, really good job cleaning the clams, so there's no sand or any grits to it either.
And the broth was created from a white wine. It was very light, refreshing, and I think one of the things that actually made the dish very good was that they did add the sausage, which add savory aspect to the broth that actually made it very, very good. There are so many different variations of clam dishes. What are some of the clam dishes you've had, and where have you had them? Comment down below.
And after the appetizer, we had our main courses. For me, I had the Cioppino. It's a seafood stew made with clams, scallops, Dungeness crab, seasonal fish, and also with the tomato-based broth. I thought they did a really, really good job with this. It was a nice texture to the broth. It was not too thick. It was a nice soup texture to it, so you could just scoop up the broth, put it onto the bread, and just soak in all that flavor.
And I ordered the whiskey crab chowder. This was a very delicious chowder. One of the things that I did note, though, is that the whiskey flavor wasn't very strong. However, just the overall dish itself was so good that I really, really enjoyed this dish. It was nice, creamy. There was a good amount of crab that with each bite, you definitely tasted the crab. I would definitely recommend eating this dish if you enjoy crab and you enjoy chowder.
And with every single video, we always end with our notables. In this first notable, it was the golden milk with an espresso shot. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I really do enjoy how they incorporated everything in this drink. Everything was mixed in really well. Locally sourced milk and roasted their own beans.
The second notable is the chicken from Thai Maison. It's nice, crispy, great Thai flavors. Something to note, it's not spicy, so if that's something you need to add, you'll have to add that if that's what you want.
And for the third notable is the Cioppino. What I really like about this dish is you can think of it like an ocean to table dish. You have all the favorite seafood in one bowl. You have the Dungeness crab, the scallop, you have the shrimp, you have the clams, and the best part is you don't have to crack any shells for the crab. Everything's already cracked out for you, so it's kind of like a lazy man's dish where all you have to do is just scoop everything up in a spoon, put it in your mouth, and you can enjoy it the way it is. I really wish I could eat this dish every single day. It was done really well. I thought they had a really great execution on this, where the flavors were there, the texture of the soup was just right. It was not too thick. You could just enjoy it the way it is.
And for our last notable is the whiskey crab chowder, a delicious, silky smooth crab chowder that has a lot of crab inside. It's a great, hot, warm soup that once winter comes, it would be such a comfort to eat while looking out the window and enjoying the cold fall or winter weather.
Thank you for watching. And if you like our stuff, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
And if you want to see more pictures, don't forget to go to our Instagram page.
And see you guys on the next episode. Bye!